Get ready for an amazing fairy DIY. We'll be making a secret fairy underworld. The main thing that I'm going to be using for this DIY is this container, and this was actually going to get thrown, and I'm really glad that I didn't throw it, and this is proof that your trash is sometimes treasure. And this container does open, so whatever container you use, you want to make sure that it can open, because we're going to be creating the secret world inside here. So what we're going to start with is measuring the width and the length of the container. Then I'm taking this really nice, sparkly, magical card, and I'm going to measure that to the length of the container that I'm using. Once you've cut your card size, you want to get a similar card, so I've brought a silver card, and I'm going to trace along this so that I've got the size exactly matching. Now I'm taking my sparkly side and I'm going to hot glue that inside the container. With this other card here, we're going to create some shelving inside the container. So we've already measured this to size using the card inside here, but what we need to do now is measure this top bit here so that it fits inside of the container. So now I'm going to measure 3.5 centimeters, just mark that, and then measure another 3.5. So I want to create 3 shelves inside, and that's completely up to you how much you want to do, but I just feel like 3 in that container will be perfect. So once you cut your 3 strips, this is what we want to do. We want to slot them inside and then hot glue them into place. And I'm going to measure to make sure that all 3 are evenly spaced out inside of the container. Next, I'm taking this fairy light that I brought from Poundland, and I usually use a white soft glow, but I felt like this piece needs to be a little bit more magical, and I am using a multicolored fairy light. As you can see, this fits in really nicely. So what we're going to do is hot glue the wire to the sides of the container, as well as to the sides of the card shelves that we've made. Make sure you don't apply hot glue to the actual lights and just apply it to the wire. I've applied some hot glue to the bottom of the battery pack because I can still open it here, just slide it, and then the off and on button is easily accessible here. So I'm going to start applying some hot glue to the wire now, just to secure that in place. Once you're done, you should have something that looks like this. So you want the wiring to be under the shelving or on top here, on the sides, and then you can also put them on the side of the container. So let's switch that on. It already looks really magical, doesn't it? And it illuminates the stars and makes them coloured as well. Once you've got your structures all set in place, it's time to do the decorating. I'm going to start by putting a layer of green reindeer moss on the first shelf, and then I'm taking another colour of like a lime green and putting that in the second shelf, and then taking the neutral moss and then finally putting that in the third. Once you've got all of your moss stuck down, then you want to take your little pieces and decorate. And I'm starting with this fence that I brought from the works, and there was 2 in a pack for £1. I brought this pack of miniature trees from eBay, and I will leave the link to that in the description box. So these are too long, and I'm just going to cut it off with some scissors so that it can fit into my container. Next parts are self-explanatory really, so I'm going to allow you to listen to some nice music while I get on with it. I'm just going to be hot gluing down a few items that I have to finish decorating the inside of the fairy container. So this is how it looks so far. This is with me finished decorating the inside of the container. And then we will turn the lights on and I'll show you how it looks. And this is how it looks now. I'm going to add some soil underneath here because this isn't going to be shown because of the way that the lid is designed. It covers the majority of the bottom part here. And I just think it makes it look authentic, like it's a fairy underworld, by adding the soil here. Now I've just added the soil underneath, and I really think that has just brought it to life. Okay, so we're on our final step now, and to make this look more realistic, I'm going to Mod Podge the entire outside of this container and then dunk it into some soil so that the whole container is covered with soil. Don't worry about being tidy guys, because you actually do want a little bit of glue coming here so that some soil does come onto the screen. Again, just to make it look a little bit realistic. Final touch, I'm going to add this fairy door to the bottom so that it looks like this is the door and the entry to the underworld. And so here we have the finished final project. You can go through this door and into the underground fairies. I really do like the earthy natural look on the outside of the fairy world, and then I really like the fairy lights inside. I think this makes it look like midnight and just really magical. So we've got the small fairy houses here and the toadstools, some moss and flowers. Then we have a miniature tree, moss, fence and some white flowers here with a fairy-like creature, and then a large house and a small house. a fairy underworld sign, and another house and another fairy with some neutral moss. And then you can see some of the lighting coming through there. Red here, and then green, and you can see the yellow. And then we have a clear light here, and I really like this light that comes through here. It just adds dimension, I feel, to the whole thing, and just makes it 3D and pop. And then up here, as I mentioned before, it sort of looks like midnight, and I really do like that. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this DIY as much as I have. Opened it up for you all to see how it looks inside and without the LED lights on. And then this is with it open and with the LED lights on. Let me know what you think of this project, if you have liked it, and if you appreciate the uniqueness and the creativity. I've been trying to think outside of the box and do stuff that you just won't typically see, and I think that you all have been enjoying these projects, so do let me know, because I want to make sure that I'm doing things that you all enjoy. So leave me a like and a comment. And if you aren't subscribed, please do think about staying and hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget to also hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next DIY. Bye. Look at the state of my craft room. This is just from this project. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.